Yeah.
Is it recording?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so an example of changing different demographics would be moving from one state to another. So like in one state, you might have like people with like different accents that you can't understand, or people like who don't speak English. So in my case, I moved from Illinois to Wisconsin Dells for the summer. So like I was living in Wisconsin Dells, and I was dealing with like a lot of foreign people, like people who didn't like speak English, and a lot of tourists who were just like completely like rude and just like you just got to deal with all that or you'll get fired basically. So I was the night manager at a property, and people would like come up to me like with all their problems and stuff. So, like some problems were like easier to understand than others. Like the most complicated problem would be like somebody who doesn't speak English trying to ask for like some toilet paper or something. So that would be an example of how demographics complicate communication.
Demographics refer to statistical descriptions of characteristics of a population. Demographics describe who we are in the most basic of terms, and thus can have a foundational impact on how we communicate with each other, how we organize, and how we address critical problems in our social world, as well as what those problems are in a given time and place. The United States is a dramatically different place than it was in the decades past, and that's because of changing demographics. And they don't just influence the organizational experience of individuals, they also create new challenges for organizational communication. Changing demographics result in multicultural workplaces, in changing households, and a very diverse population.
Okay, everybody get out a piece of paper. Or like a half a sheet, you can write up. Okay, everybody's gonna get into groups, and then I want you guys to all write down at least 3 identifying demographics about yourself. So whether it's the economic state of where you're from, race, gender, activities you're involved in, anything family history-wise that you think would really set you apart, because these are all things about your changing demographic that make you who you are. Okay, so what are some things that we had? You want to go first?
Yeah, I was African American male and 20 years old.
Okay.
Totally different from you guys.
I'm a black female in the middle class. I'm a college student.
I wrote that I'm from the south side of Chicago, I'm in a family of 6, and I went to an all-girls high school.
Really?
I said I'm from a really small town, I'm white, and I went to a really small high school.
Okay, obviously I'm white. I'm from like a very like low income area, even though like I would say my family's still middle class. I think that it really affected, I saw a lot of things that I feel like people are like, oh, white girl hasn't seen anything. Like I come from a lower income area, I've seen that. And my grandparents all grew up on farms. So I come from a lot of farming families where they save everything and they're very, very hands-on with everything, and it's the use the whole cow mentality, you know. So I think that really defined how I grew up. And all these things are so different, and we're all so different, but that really shows how the demographics at colleges